guys, today we are going to be giving a big school update. So I am in 9th grade. This is my first year in high school. I have never done a video like this before, but I figured it might be a good idea just for a change of videos. Other than our other, homestead related, reptile related things, I thought it'd be really good to show y'all into my school life, I guess you'd call it. I'm going to be showing you what books we've been reading. I'm going to recommend a couple of books. And so let's start with my favorite subjects and then we'll go to least favorite subjects. So my first favorite subject is English right now. Right now, English is my favorite. It is February, and it is about the middle of February, February 15th. And I think I calculated and we have about 45 days of school left. 45 actual school days left, not counting weekends. 45 days left, so I'm so excited. And then we get to go off on spring break and do the garden harvesting, and that's absolutely rush. So it's not really a break, but it's more like a break from school because, we mainly do school in the morning times. And if we did have school in the summertime, and think about it, back in the old days, they had to have their children to help them harvest all the stuff. And that's pretty much the same as it is on the farm now. When the garden comes in, the tomatoes, the cucumbers, the watermelon, all that things, the beans, the shell peas, all this other stuff, corn, all this other stuff, and it's all rush. We got to get it preserved and harvested before it rots. We're busy giving food away, giving food to relatives, trying to get rid of all this food, and of course me and my siblings help pick it all, and we do most of our picking in the morning and evening times because that's when the cool is, because down here in Alabama, our summers are excruciatingly hot. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's excruciatingly hot down here. Anyway, so we will be going off on spring break pretty shortly, around April. Is it May 1st or April 1st? I can't remember. It's either May 1st or April 1st. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. I'll have to ask my mom about that. Anyway, first is English. We do the Good and the Beautiful English. This is high school 1, and they might have high school. They have high school 2. I'm not sure if they have high school 3 or 4. I'm not sure what we'll be doing for English when we get up in 11th and 12th grade, but for 9th and 10th grade, we have our English covered. I am really enjoying this book. This has definitely been one of my favorites. They have made me read some books. Me and my brother, we do the same type of English book. I have a set, my brother has a set. I'm not sure if he likes the English. He doesn't really like school at all. He doesn't like any subjects. I mean, he has his more preferred, I know he does not like math, but I know that he doesn't mind history. So my brother doesn't mind history, but he hates math. I hate math, and I also hate history. But we'll get to that in a minute. But the first one we're reading is the story of John Greenleaf Whittier. So they make us read books like they made us read one which was Just David. I hated that book. And then I truly hated that book. I'm sure it's a good book for some people, but it was just so boring for me. But anyway, and then we had to read, what was the other one? I know there was another one. Oh, Into the Unknown. Into the Unknown, and it's taking everything in my power now to start singing the song Into the Unknown from Frozen. Anyway, Into the Unknown, it was a pretty good book. It was alright. Not my favorite, but it was about a Norwegian explorer. It was not my favorite, but it was alright. It was much better than Just David. And then after that one, I believe it was, it's that one. And then we had to read Up From Slavery. By Booker T. Washington. Let me tell you, this has been one of my favorite books that I've read in probably my entire lifetime. This has been a very good book. Farmer Boy, Up From Slavery. I can't think of really anything else I really liked. But those are my two main books right now. Up From Slavery is one of the best books I've read. It's very good. I recommend y'all read it. And then John Greenleaf Whittier. I can't really give an opinion on this book because I haven't really read it so far. I'm on chapter 3. It's about a farm boy, which I think I should like it because I love farming and all that. But I don't really know. I haven't really read it yet. But I'll let y'all know on that one later at the end of the year. And then, so I got English. I'm on level 7, or unit 7, on this book. So I have 8, 9, 10, 3 units to go. Really excited about that. 3 units to go, so that's not very much at all. I'm very excited for school break. And then let me tell you, I'll be so excited for spring break, and then when it hits, in about a month, I'll be like, when can we start school? I'll be so excited to start school. But I can guarantee you this probably. I will be excited to start high school 2. This is high school 1, high school 2. I'll be really excited to start this one for English. Fun fact, this wall on the front is called the Wailing Wall. It's a wall in Jerusalem. So that's pretty cool. That's on the front. And then each of them have a very unique pattern on the front. Like this one's a woman carrying a basket. And then the other one, I had to fill the flowers on that one. There's a whole bunch of them. World Story 2. We did World Story 1 last year called The Ancient Ages, or the Ancient Times. I think it was. This is the Middle Ages, and then next year, 10th grade, I will be doing, and my brother, we pretty much do the same books. My brother has the same English, same science, same history, and we have the same math curriculum. We do it by the same company, so pretty much all the same. So me and my brother, we share a textbook, but we have our own workbooks. I really do like, well, actually no, I don't like this. I really do not like this. This is very boring. My dad, he knows much more of this stuff than I did. Much more of it. I mean, he could tell you half the answers to this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just not good at it at all. I am not good at it at all. And this one, Wonders of the Human Body. This is pretty good. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's good. I've made very good grades in this. This I made pretty good grades in, I believe. I made, I guess, pretty good grades in these. In the history, I made pretty good grades. In the science, I made very good grades, 90s to 100s. And that, it's, right now we're learning about the nervous system, which has not been the best. But let me tell you, I really enjoy learning about the cardiovascular and respiratory system. It also taught about hemodynamics and stuff like that. So that's been pretty good. We learned about the musculoskeletal system, the cardiovascular respiratory system, and now we're learning about the nervous system right now. I think the thing worked, kind of. Your slime worked. Well, just touch it with your finger. Kind of. So I had a test in the nervous system the other day. I made a 75, so that wasn't the most pleasant thing in the world. But on the cardiovascular and respiratory system, the very last test I took, I made 100 on that, and I actually made 100 on that. Somehow I made 100. So I did that, and then nervous system, I made a 75. Not very good at all. My brother made 100. I made a 75. I don't know how that happened. Or I don't think it was 100. No, yeah, he did make 100. I made a 75. So, then math. It pains me to talk about math right now. Math, I'm in pre-algebra. I'm not liking it one bit. I just now started the lessons on geometry, which hasn't been the most fun either. It's kind of simple once my mom explained it to me. I feel like teaching textbooks could explain it a little better, and the guy could talk slower on there. But otherwise, it's pretty good. The curriculum's fine. They just ask you too hard of questions. They expect you to know all this stuff. They're teaching me very difficult algebra problems, which is very much over my head. And it's very hard. My brother's learning even harder stuff right now, so I'm very worried about next year. But math has not been going the best. I've managed to make above an 80 sometimes. Sometimes above an 80. Now, yeah, it's very difficult. Math is very difficult. I'm learning about algebra right now. My older sister, she said she loved algebra. And then my oldest brother, he's a genius. So he took trigonometry, took algebra, he took consumer math, he took a bunch of maths. So somehow he managed to get through trigonometry. I ain't gonna get through trigonometry, I don't think, because I can hardly get through algebra. So yeah, that's kind of how school's been going. I've been really, 9th grade has been very good. I've always been looking forward to getting into high school. I was really excited to get into middle school. And then now that I'm in high school, I'm kind of like, well, I'm in high school. I really don't feel nothing different from 8th grade. Nothing's really different from 8th grade, except the work's a little bit different because I never took an anatomy and physiology. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all on the next adventure. Hopefully my next school video will be me graduating. Actually, it will just be 10th grade.